Welcome back to Sacred Therapy. I'm As AZ, and if you're new here, we do this as a way to tap into spirit, source, or creator, aka God, Allah, whatever name you have for them, our guardian guides and angels of the highest frequency. And I don't really know what we're doing, but I've been called to do a reading for the last couple of days. I haven't been able to um, create time and space for that. So, um, like during the work week. So, y'all bear with me. Having a new puppy is a lot of responsibility. I'm trying to balance everything out. But we're still going to post consistently. If you guys remember or you've been rocking with me for a long time, I do try to post at least once a week, sometimes more. Um, so 4 times a month, and then we're still maintaining that consistency. So I'm feeling like we're gonna get some message from the Twin Flame Angel Oracle book because I forgot about this that I had. Oh, that's cute. So I just kind of flipped to different pages. Our soul is eternal. Our love is undying. It's so cute. Mm. In your arms, I learn how to live. I learn what beauty is. I learn who I am at the core. So I'm feeling like somebody is understanding forever through their relationship with you. They're understanding eternity. They're understanding the ethereal, the esoteric, being an astral body is. That's having a human experience, right? Um, and that's beautiful. So I'm gonna close my eyes again. Pick another spot. Ooh, okay. Even in moments of chaos, I see that the light you bring forth to me is the same that connects back to my home, which is source, which is love. So somebody sees you even in the chaos and they can still see your light. They can still see the God in you, even at your lowest moments. And I feel like that is exactly what a twin flame, a divine counterpart is. Um, it's somebody that can see all of you no matter what masks you try to wear, no matter how you are showing up, no matter what is going on, right? Don't mind me. It is officially March. You guys are watching this at the time of my upload, but it is still winter. But today it is like 71 degrees. So, um, and plus that Midwest crazy weather. All right, we're gonna get one more. I'm being called to get one more. Swim like the dolphins in the ocean with no worries and no shame or fear, simply in love with the flow of existence. And so, for some of you guys, this person and you are together and you guys have been rocking with each other for a very long time. And through the years, like the trials and the tribulations, everything has brought y'all even further and further together, right? That's your rock, that's your support person, that's your best friend, that's the person that you go to when you have happy news, sad news, shocking news, surprising news, right? Um, and for others of you, I'm seeing the potential, like that this love is right around the corner, that it is coming for you. Okay, I do have a fan on, so I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I don't have my Bluetooth headphones in, so we're just gonna hope and pray that the audio isn't an issue. All right, I got a pretty big mouth. We're gonna hope and pray that it's not an issue. All right, and let's get some tarot. See what's going on. It's so cute. So it is important for you right now to free your mind with positive thoughts. You have the power to change your life now. Okay. Okay. You have the power to change your life now. I'm just thinking, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Number 11, justice. Spirit is saying that this connection, changes that are coming, the story and phase that you are in with your counterpart now, it is divine. It's divinely orchestrated. It's divine justice. It is the reward for your own personal dharma, right? And for those of you that are in separation with that person, I feel like you are like 3D separation. I feel like you are understanding that the 3D part is the illusion part. It's the matrix, it's the sleep, it's what's temporary in this world. And even though how temporary it is, it's still beautiful. So you're learning to appreciate the eternal within yourself by living in what is temporary to the fullest. And if you are not living it to the fullest, Spirit is encouraging you to do that. To do that. Yeah, because we got forward movement. These positive changes are rushing toward you. Rushing in. Look at that, Pegasus. These positive changes are rushing in, flocking to you. I'm also seeing for some of you that you move forward from a lot of injustices in your life. Like your story might have been a little, right? A little lopsided, a little like not very clear cut and clean. But there is forward movement. I see you pushing into a lot more calmer waters, a lot more peace. Yeah, Spirit, we need peace in this mug, okay? Okay. So I feel like you've had to exercise a lot of patience. In this connection with yourself on this journey called life, right? In both love and career, you've had to exercise a lot of patience because things didn't always look like they would work out. But they have, right? Even when things didn't work out for me personally, they always were what I needed the most at that point in time. And it's funny how God and our guardians and spirit know just the right amount of pressure to apply in order to, you know, bring you to the forefront. I feel like for a lot of you, you are in this hermit energy, and that happens in phases, right? So we go into our loner energy when we want to really reconnect with ourselves, or when we're really reconstructing ourselves, when we're rebuilding our mind, when we're remapping our emotions, when we're coping with life. And it happens every day in practice, in tandem with other people. This could be family members, friends, this significant other, if this person is a part of your life. So you and them may be taking some time or some alone space at the time that you're watching this reading. Yeah. Because you're releasing all of those experiences that felt like rejection, reframing that rejection. Because rejection really just means like what's not for you is going to decide to go ahead and just basically take itself out, right? Basically take itself out. Alright, Spirit, any more messages for the collective? And what is this? Okay. Any more messages for the collective? Yeah. So you're reframing rejection. You're reframing failure with this Six of Cups in reverse. This is the fear of failure, because all failure is new information. It's new information. Alright. And this Ten of Swords, Spirit is letting you know it's imperative that you get out of your head. It's imperative that you get out of this negative, nasty, lack of joy mentality, because you are a powerful manifester in this world. And if you are depressed, you're drawing more depression toward you, more miserable people toward you. And I know it can be hard to step out of that. It can be hard to step out of that, especially if it feels like you have been just consistently kept away from your wish fulfillment. You know? Yeah. With this Death card here, all of these things are transforming your views of success, your limitations that you're allowing yourself to invest in, so your view of failure. What happens when you have those limiting beliefs? What happens when you are depressed? What happens when you find yourself being delayed or derailed from your wish fulfillment? That'll tell you a lot about yourself and about each other. Because everything is smooth sailing when everything is working out. There was 14 minutes exactly on the clock, so the number 1 and 4, and also 00, angel number 00 could be significant, as well as 500. So that's also about change. I feel like we need to get some soul truth questions on some of these cards. So we're going to get some soul truth. This is going to be a really quick reading, you guys. I'm going to get y'all some soul truth questions. I'm going to get y'all a couple of signs. And and some characteristics, and then I'm going to get you some more messages from your person from my Twin Flame Oracle message deck, and then from the True Love deck as well. Spirit, yeah, I was gonna say, can you elaborate on this Justice card? What am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? So are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. So yeah, for some of you guys, something ended and that was divine justice. And maybe you're having a hard time losing what wasn't good for you anyways, because you know people can get attached to things even if they're not good for them, and people that are not good for them. So it's okay to allow yourself to have those feelings, to mourn those people, but still understand that it's the best move forward for you and for them too. So sometimes you could just be doing more harm than good. Yeah, am I ready to let go of this buried shame? So in moving forward, in releasing those negative thoughts, it says the feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? Today's soul action. Heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. And it says fill in the blank. My soul's truth is blank. And I feel like your soul's truth is that you deserve to be appreciated. You deserve to be valued. You deserve to be loved unconditionally, but also like respected, you know. And I mean unconditionally, like through your faults, they're loving you through all the healing work that you need to be doing. There's not really a, they're not thinking about you in terms of like, oh, well, when I have X, Y, and Z, like the presence is just present. The connection just is, right? And for those of you that are together, Spirit is reminding you you are not your mistakes. And even if you have went through some significant loss recently, it's good to kind of just take a look, take stock of your life and be able to appreciate it. Like, what did you gain? What did you learn? Because anytime there's a loss, there's also a gain. Even if it's a tough lesson to swallow. Like, losing my brother recently taught me that it's very important that you listen to your body and you rest when you're supposed to rest, and you don't let this world work you into the ground. Okay? This fast-paced Western society world. And really has encouraged me to step into my more indigenous culture, my more indigenous roots, and really devalue so much of the material stuff and focus on what I do have with my family. Not to mention, I mean, the material stuff helps because this is a consumer world, global society that we're living in. So it's not like we could just do away with money altogether. But I think stepping into that realization that it's okay to rest. Matter of fact, it's important. It's more than okay. It's required. It's required to rest. So I don't just push myself when I'm tired anymore. I don't just force things. That's why you'll see these readings slow up. Because I've been going to bed. I've been going to bed, you guys. I've been going to bed. I've been trying to wake up early. I've been paying attention to my puppy, giving him love and attention, and also just trying to get a handle on, some anger problems that I really thought was like gone. But it's funny how when you get back around your family, like old habits, I guess, die really, really hard. So I'm realizing, yeah, that my anger problems are still very much present. It's just what I choose to do with my anger, how I let it fuel me, how I let it motivate me, right? What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? So in having this patience, um, and having this patience is basically like understanding that the world isn't always going to meet our expectations. People are not always going to meet our expectations. And people are not always going to show up in the ways that you show up for them, and kind of being okay with that. Because it says the expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. So in this patience, you're just learning to be grateful for the experience as it comes, for y'all's life together as it is, if you are together. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. Yeah, I feel a lot of you guys are dropping a lot of expectations. Spirit, can you elaborate on this? Yeah, this hermit. Who can I serve today? In a world lacking soul to soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you today? Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. That so funny. It's about isolating yourself. So it's maybe the ways in which you're serving yourself, maybe learning how to take care of you so that you can take care of other people. So, like I said, I've been sleeping, taking care of Lucky, because Lucky needs me. He can't fix himself some food. He can't, you know, do any of those things. He depends on me, and it's nice to be needed. Um, Especially when your kids is grown. You know what I'm saying? So this Six of Cups, so about failure, it says what else could this mean? So when it comes to failure, what else could that mean, right? There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? Hell yeah. So when you are failing, how is that failure happening for you right now? Everybody looks at failure as, oh, you didn't succeed, oh, disappointment. Well, failure is simply, like, every successful person will tell you that they failed a million times at it before they became successful. So the only difference between your failures and your successes is just not giving up, right? Yeah, and it says, what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? If you are an empath, you can still be compassionate toward others without taking on their stuff. It is safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. That's that Ten of Swords. Today's mantra: I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I'm worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what is best for me. If you guys are wondering why it took me a long time, it's because it's a big old rip in this deck. I got this deck has been through just a little bit of some stuff. And we just have a random light message card that just popped out, channeling. So your boundaries is something that spirit and your guards and your guardian, your your guardians, whatever, they know who they are. They are the ones helping you reinforce those boundaries and strengthen those relationships. They're sending you signs and synchronicities, and so is Source, about what boundaries you need. Am I communicating my needs? Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that that what you are fearing is not true? Journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Yeah, if something is making you very unhappy and very depressed, I feel like you should express that, like what you're needing, to who you need it from, because people aren't mind readers, and even if you have a significant other, divine counterpart slash soulmate slash twin flame, because not everybody is on the twin flame journey, are you able to communicate your needs to this person? Are they able to communicate their needs to you in a safe space? Pushing up on that half hour mark. Yeah. When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Now, the remedy to depression, to not getting your wish fulfillment, the crushing soul disappointment of dreams not working out, is definitely laughter in my book. Like laughter, comedy, all of it. It says, go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants or did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, laugh more often. And then today's soul action: make somebody laugh today. You guys are welcome to pause, rewind, write these down for your own personal reflection. And then at the bottom of the deck, Yeah. What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? What story are you telling yourself? When you think about your dreams, what is the first limiting thought that comes to your mind? If you are not living the life you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. Today's soul action, it's time to upgrade. Look your belief in the eye. Where did it come from? What new belief are you ready to adopt in its place? How will this change your results? Remember, your belief is the root of your result. Own it, heal it, upgrade it. Let me upgrade. I'm gonna be on site. Yes, okay. Alright, now we're gonna get some signs, then we're gonna get a few more messages. So this is some reflecting that you guys need to do because the love readings that I read for, it's a soul bond. Like, so there's always things that we have to work on. And some of these questions can help you. These is lifelong questions. What am I focused on? What am I losing or gaining? Oh, am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? So shifting from loss to gain. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? So any shame, any guilt for any old thing that you did or didn't do or whatever, you gotta let go of that. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? So make sure that you are not just cutting love out and off because of your own self-limiting beliefs. Like, oh, I don't think I'm built for love. A lot of people just cut their legs out right underneath of them because they don't believe in that. Or, hey, I don't think I attract quality people. Well, now you for sureing. Right? So make sure your expectations aren't delusional. Make sure you can meet your own expectations. Who can I serve today? Make sure you also are serving yourself first. What else could this mean when it comes to failures? When you experience failures, what else could they mean? When you experience those limiting beliefs, it says what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships, including the relationship with yourself. Am I communicating my needs? When it's got this sun in reverse card or this depression, a lot of the times when I'm very depressed, I don't feel like my needs are being met. Or I feel like I have to depend on people I can't depend on in order to get those needs met, and that can leave me as a very hyper independent type A personality. If you guys are new here, I do drop fun facts about myself, and I am a very much results oriented type A personality, like hyper independent, don't need nobody for shit type person. Okay. Um, those might be boundaries or self limiting beliefs that I need to think, you know what I mean, that I need to address. And then it says, so if I'm, and it's hard for me to communicate my needs, to tell people what I need, to, you know, remind them that I still need to feel valued. And even if they are like leaving me alone, like certain times, well, I don't really want to be left alone. Sometimes I do, you know what I mean? So, communicating your needs, and then when was the last time you couldn't stop laughing or smiling? And remember to tap into spirit when you're discussing like relationships with other people and reinforcing the boundaries. Spirit, what? Okay. Couldn't even get that out. I'm going to say, what signs or planar placements is going to be important for the collective's counterparts? They said Gemini. Yeah, communication, how you're communicating with yourself. With the bottom of the deck, what is my most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? Some of you are struggling with your wish fulfillment, either in career or love. Or both. We also have a Lilith placement, so you can look at your Lilith placement and you can see what planets fall under Gemini in your chart. Wild femininity. So yeah, this is the divine feminine, but this is not the feminine that you are familiar with in all of the lovely little Disney princess storybooks. This feminine is not the damsel in distress. This is wild feminine. This is earth feminine. This is strong and devastating at the same time as she could build you up or nurture you. Just think of Mother Nature, how she grants us food and fruit and everything that we need. But she can also be very destructive. Both are real. Both are legitimate. Wild feminine. Alright, so there's something primal about you and or your person. Something primal. Yeah, Mercury. We got mind and speech. So your Mercury placement in your birth chart or theirs is very important, or the Mercury retrograde that we just recently had maybe affected you guys a little bit more than you thought it did. Okay. Is there any other signs, houses, anything that's important to the collective for this divine counterpart business? Okay, that's the whole book. Okay. So we also have Cancer, the caring. So what house Cancer falls in, they are not the same in every birth chart. If you are unfamiliar with your birth chart, you can go to Astrology Cafe or cafeastrology.com. I kind of get their website mixed up. It's the one that offers free birth charts, and the other one, I don't know what that is. It probably doesn't exist. But they have been around for forever. Their birth charts is bomb. And I learn something new about it every time I read it, even though it says the same thing it's always said. So your heart is definitely something. Their heart, their emotions. Cancer is ruling over emotions as well. So this is talking about trine. So any trine placements that you have to your planet Mercury may also, because we don't have any other planets, and the trines don't make any sense unless you apply them to a planet that's in the spread. Lilith is not a planet. She's definitely a position within the chart. So yeah, support and inspiration. You're offering that to each other. They offer that to you. This feels like a very mutual thing between the two of you. Yeah, Venus. So where your Venus placement is falling for love and beauty. Venus also rules love. So I was going to say that Libra and Taurus could also be significant. And here is Libra, the beautiful minded. We have a lot of stuff about your mind, your mentality. So I'm getting, for a lot of you, your person has heavy air in their chart. And these are our overanalyzers. These are our overthinkers, worriers. These are, and I do mean like worry, like getting gray hair worry. They also are warriors as well. But in this context, Spirit is encouraging you to tap into your appreciation of like the finer things in life, what's beautiful in the world. And a Libra can find beauty in a lot of different places. And here we have the sun again. So Leo could be very significant. We got two suns on the table. But your sun placement is also key in this. And then we have the second house. Ooh, she's naked a little bit. The second house, resources and values. Yeah, second house, resources and values. So that's your finances within your chart. So that placement And maybe finances in general have a nice little impact on your love life. Alright. Um, let's get some of these and then we're gonna get some more of these since I gotta close my eyes and do that. Okay, we're 40 minutes in. I always think it's gonna be a quick reading. It ain't never quick. Spirit be wanting to say what Spirit be wanting to say. Alright, Spirit. I'm gonna talk to the collective. Who is this person they are connecting with? I want to give them all this beautiful energy. Says enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognize that we are one within the divine. Double confirmation. I said this already in the beginning of the reading, that the separation is an illusion. So with that comes enlightenment. Yep, you're learning that love conquers all. Beautiful. Yeah, receptive. Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. For some of you guys, you're not just trusting yourself, like you're trusting Spirit when it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to matters of your career, when it comes to your life and being where you would like to be. But it's important that you're open to receiving this real, genuine love, that genuine connection. Yeah, let love show you how to learn from each other. Yeah, that'll help you create boundaries and that you need to strengthen those and to strengthen your relationships, for sure. Other people teach us a lot about ourselves. Remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. So for some of you that are in that connection and have been for a while, just kind of allow yourself to think about all of those good times, all of those remarkable times, all of those magical moments, and work on kind of just continuing to create those again or create new ones. And Spirit is letting you know to let go. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. So for those of you that are not with this person in the 3D, Spirit is encouraging you that it is safe to let them go. Because that's the only way that they're going to learn. That's the only way that you're going to learn in order to stand on your own and not lose yourself in a connection with someone else. Because if you are consistently in a relationship with someone else and you do not know how to be your own person, your own individual thing, like you're not okay if you don't have somebody to go home to at night or somebody to call babe, or then I mean you might need to look at that. Okay? It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. The interesting thing about twin flames, divine counterparts, is the characteristics that you admire in them are also within you, and the characteristics that you don't admire are also within you. There's different like levels, and people have been watered a little differently. Oh yeah, I left that. Let me just put this sun right here over top of that for essence and personality. But yeah, I'm starting to get real hungry. Huh. Surprise. You may be about to be surprised. Oh, I hope this with a plate, girl. Let me stop playing. So they may are thinking of like creating an elaborate date or taking you out. Or maybe Spirit is letting you know that love conquers all, and just when you give up, bam, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Spirit's wanting to also remind you to avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. I feel like a lot of twin flame and divine counterpart connections go through this a lot. The experience that, oh, this cannot be legit, this cannot be real, because it feels like a dream. Yeah, share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. For some of you, you may also have a false person. I feel like that happens more often than not as well. But it's going to become very apparent that the false person is a false person. Because there are certain things that a divine counterpart connection, even if it's only ever been in separation, will make you feel, and used and disrespected, and any of that is not it. It's not in them. They can't, because to hurt you is to hurt themselves. So they can't. They can't even let you get close enough in order to do that, because it would just shatter both of you. And that's not what your connection is designed to do. You're not designed to, you know, to do that. Yeah. Like I said, you can't. Your spiritual journey is beginning. So for some of you, you've been on this spiritual journey, and it's had a lot of different new starts, right? A lot of different rebuilding and re-coming back to it, right? And it says rejoice, embrace your loving connection, and rejoice right under letting it go. So you can love someone, you can let it go, you can appreciate the experience that you have had with them, and release any guilt. You know, any guilt for what you were doing when you were just learning, right? When maybe you were stuck in that illusion. Says there can't be harmonious union without making effort, without compromise, without doing the work, and without taking the steps that are required to make the effort. So your person is wanting you to know it's important to them that you make this effort. Okay? Yeah, because you are their everything. Yeah, the feelings you share are real. So for some of you guys, you was just questioning, like, am I delulu? Am I, is this too good to be true? Is that really my person? Your feelings that you share are real. Yeah. And through the eons of time, here we meet again from an ancient life. How much time has passed, and how much I missed you. I'm glad to see your smile again. It reminds me that we are never truly separated. Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm gonna grab one more. And I'm gonna leave you guys with this one. You cannot control love. Every time you try to control it, it will gently slip away, leaving you wondering why you only hold it in your hands for a moment. So yeah, some of you, or most of you that are in separation because you are learning to release the audacity in you to even try to control love, especially source love. Um, but yeah, I see the magic of living every day. So make sure that you are releasing control, releasing your self-limiting beliefs, releasing any any negative or an unpositive belief that you have regarding this person, regarding this connection with this person. I don't know what just happened to the sun, but again, this is the Midwest, So it is what it is. um, but yeah, I'm gonna leave that here for you guys. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. Understand that things are going through a transformation. And then some of you guys are battling between rejoicing and temptation and cherishing your relationships. So, again, we have those self limiting beliefs with those third parties. So, for those of you that are in separation in the 3D, there may be other people that are supposed to be a part of your person's life. Even if it is in a romantic setting, that does not mean that it is not your person. And then for others of you, I feel like that is the sign that you're not you're not focused on what you're gaining, you're focusing on what you're losing. So gaining the truth of the fact that if that is not your counterpart, then it's freeing. Just releasing it, letting it go, regardless of who they are to you. If it hasn't really came into being, it's okay to let them go. Like I said, Spirit is saying that it is safe to let them go. Look at this channeling card right here. Angel number 3 is significant. And I just wanted to point out that we had all major arcana right here. Justice, the Chariot, the Hangman, Hermit. And we also had the Sun come out with the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. You recognize that you're one with the divine. Love is not ours to control, it is to experience. It is to allow it to just be, right? And you are able to do that in the way that you are showing up in this very soulful connection, okay? And I am turning the 9 of Cups right side up, the Sun right side up, the 6 of Cups right side up, and the 10 of Swords and the Hermit. Yeah, I'm turning the 10 of Swords upside down because we need to release those mental burdens, okay? Yeah, and let's put God on the top of that connection, okay? So I feel like Spirit is trying to talk to you. And they're trying to talk to both of you. They may be trying to talk to you through other people, through music, through movies, through little dreams or signs that you might receive. And I'm getting that you should definitely listen to them. And if you still here, you got to get a African Goddess Rising Oracle message on this connection, because I'm being called to pull from this deck. And then we will leave you there. Exactly. This connection is one that you feel safe around. The tuba, feeling safe. The number 4, which is family. Yeah, and then 28, Bakomu, soul forgiveness. I might have butchered this one, but tuba, I'm pretty sure that's how you say that. But I don't know how to pronounce M and B together. So if you know in the comments, post it below so I can get better at pronunciating these words that I don't know. Alright, let's read the book. I'm feeling safe. It is finally safe to be you. You have wandered through a dark night. Your trip has been long. There is light ahead. Your liberation is apparent. You deserve to feel secure. Feeling safe is knowing that your basic needs are met. Feeling safe is feeling at home in your body. Feeling safe is trusting your journey. Feeling safe is feeling free around those you love. Feeling safe is trusting that the sun will rise again. If you grew up emotionally, spiritually, or physically unsafe, reset your default expectations to a healthier vibration. Goddess declaration: I am safe. It is safe to be safe. That just healed my soul a little bit right there. That's exactly why we do these readings. That's exactly why I post them now publicly, because Spirit's like, hey, these messages out to the people, and I'm gonna be listening. Ultimate cosmic power. Hey, I've seen this card before, but it looks different in this subject. Mbokuma. Mbokomu. Soul forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you, from you. You can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, hurt, grief, rage, and despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through victim colored glasses. But forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Start with self forgiveness. Say out loud, I forgive myself with love. Goddess declaration: I forgive and free myself. I forgive and free others. Alright, and then I'm going to read this one because we've been called to read it since I looked at it. So, Mawalisa is cosmic power. You are in the right place. Release the release the fear of your power. You are sacred. You are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. Rise up into your magnificence. Love and accept yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are. Your real power has nothing to do with external gains. Cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force that birthed the sun and the moon. My power shines forth from within. What do I always be talking about? Ultimate cosmic power. Yeah, big little space. That was awesome. Thank you so much. If you have enjoyed this reading, I have enjoyed bringing it to you guys. Consider subscribing, joining the Divine Fam. You know, I'm going to continue to post readings. I'm not sure if it's going to be every week or bi-weekly. It was supposed to only be 11% chance of rain today, and here it is just pouring down outside. So if you are in the Midwest, there may be some storms headed your way or occurring, and those could be good storms that could be meant to shake things up in a positive way, or could be cleansing storms. You know, getting rid of all the negativity, getting rid of all everything that is not essential. But we are about an hour in, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. All right, take it easy.